Namaste, crypto fictionados and my fellow capitalists. I hope you guys are doing great. I know the markets are hitting hard right now. I just want to tell you, this too shall pass. I've been in this since 2000, late 2016, and I've seen the worst of times, right? I've seen my portfolio drop by 90%. So don't worry. Things, this too shall pass, right? So I want to talk about a new project, but before that I just want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, cryptocurrency, as you know, is very risky, right? I think those people who are in Phantom, especially after Andre Cronje left, Phantom price just tanked, but luckily Phantom doesn't just depend on Andre Cronje, right? They have 30-40 developers who are working hard on that chain, right? So I don't think there's any issues with that. I think Phantom will only get better and bigger and stronger, right? So I want to talk about a great project, but before that I want to remind you guys the Sphere, right? Sphere auto staking protocol. Right, I did this a couple of days ago, about 8 days ago. I want to remind you, this is a good project. Okay, of course, not financial advice. I am not responsible for your losses, but I just think that this could be a really good project to go in. If you know about Titano, this is not really a 100% copy of Titano. It's a fork of Titano. They have taken certain elements from Titano, right, and they have done their own coding on this project. So it's called Sphere. Just give you a quick details about this. The public sale will be on the 14th of March, right, and it will last for 3 days, but I think it would most likely sell out, right, because I think it will hit, because the hard cap is just $1 million. Okay, so you will need right? It's on the Polygon network, so you'll need to go to Quick Swap, and then and you need to buy Matic and swap it to Matic, MAI, right? And it depends on how much you're going to get it for, because it's about price discovery, right? You deposit the right there, and then if it ends, if they reach their hard cap, I mean, the starting price is 0.001, right? But if they hit their hard cap, it goes linearly, right? It goes up. Once they hit 33% of their hard cap, it goes up, linearly until it reaches a price of 0.00325, depending on how much of that cap is filled, right? So you are going to get it. So it's so what they give you is a range of price. It's either from 0.001 to 0.00325. I think that will be the correct price, around 0.00325, because a lot of people are aiming for this. Okay, so yeah, this is the site, right? The Sphere public launch, which is on March 14th. The timing, I'm not so sure this is the correct timing. That one, I think you better head on to their Discord. You can watch my video, right? So very quickly now, let's go on to the project I want to talk about. EthSign. Digital Capitalist is all about bringing you projects early, trying to bring you the best projects out there, and EthSign is one of them. I think it's very necessary. I don't know when they're going to launch. I'm not sure when they're going to launch. It's even before the public sale and all that, so that you know that this kind of project exists. Okay, so it's like a contract, right? If you sign a contract, the paper contract, right, it ends when all the parties sign, right, and then sits in the dust and all that when everybody is done signing it. But when you talk about smart contracts, it's a bit difficult. It's a different ball game, because each sign is built up upon Web3 infrastructure, right? And you're talking about decentralized identities. You're talking about smart contract platform, and even decentralized storage networks, right? Not centralized, because Web2 is all about centralization, but now in Web3 you need it has to be decentralized. Okay, so EthSign's mission is to become the underlying infrastructure and platform for multi-party collaboration, such as DAO, proposal execution, investment, portfolio lockup management, credit lending, crowdfunding, and all that, right? So they also have smart agreements, and I'll talk about this, right? So why EthSign, right? Why are we so bothered by this, right? Because of the centralization nature of Web 2, as I mentioned before, right? You cannot, I mean, it's gone are those days where the centralized server, where you store users information and documents. It has to be on a decentralized place, because if it's centralized, if somebody can take the contract, some insider takes, or some mole or some spy takes the contract, tears away the contract, you don't have anything, right? And transparent, related, or authorized parties to have access to verify signatures, download documents, view events of the entire agreement lifecycle, right? The first ever smart agreement platform, users can create smart agreements that are automatically executed via the blockchain. This is what I really like, okay? I'll talk about this in a while. Legally binding in most scenarios, integrable everywhere. EthSign provides a clear engineering documentations and API, right? So if you talk about what it's built on, right? It has a decentralized identity. Of course, in Web3, you definitely need that. Identity management, it integrates Ethereum name service, ENS, okay, so that it allows you to easily interact with EthSign by their .eth human readable names. Like, we have a long address, right? 0x. Sometimes there's so many numbers and characters and all that. ENS is actually like, digital capitalist.eth or john.eth, right? You can just use that, and that becomes your identity. Okay, so all this, you can read up on your own. They are multi-chain on Avalanche, Binance, Phantom, Polygon, Arbiter, Moonbeam. But what I like about this is, if I just show it to you how it works, from here you can see, where you can create the contract, right, by just creating the new contract and starting a new contract and dropping that contract into this, okay, dApp, and then inviting co-signers to sign using their ENS or Ethereum addresses, right? And then you can prepare your documentations, you can put comments, right? And then review and then send. Okay, but this is not it, right? It's just not about signing and all that. That is a part of this. But what I like about it is the automatic contract execution. When you talk about automatic contract execution, if I am a business and I want this company to do, who's working for me, let's say it's a software company, and if I'm going to sign a contract with him, it has to be milestone based, right? So if I'm a crypto company, I want somebody who's working on my project, right, okay, to hit certain milestones, right, on GitHub. And my payment, I can just put my payment in the escrow, right? So if I'm gonna pay him, let's say 0.5 Ethereum for whatever he's doing, I can just pay him in installments as per what milestones he hits, right? And all the money can be put inside escrow, and as he hits those milestones, that amount of money can be released to him, right? So I think that is very important from what I think, that the use cases that this project has in terms of making it decentralized and trustless. That's the most important thing, right? That's the most important thing. So so the smart agreement framework, it guarantees that execution, of terms and the escrow of the funds, and the use of obtained data sources, the trigger conditioning, the execution logic, that kind of thing. So in this
kind of scenario, I'm not a technical guy, but I will just tell you that this is going to be the way, because there's going to be
cross-border agreements. Now you are hearing a lot of word. You're hearing the cross-border agreements out there. They are throwing this word around. So this will be the norm. Right? Using this kind of agreements, smart contracts that can execute on its own. That we don't need to worry about those contracts being lost or being burned, or not adhering to the contract, right? Yeah. So the competitors of this project, is like Open Law and the Accord projects. It's, I think, funded by the ETH Enterprise Alliance, right? And yeah, and those types, you need to. I think it has its own language, like a programming language. I don't know. So you don't have to. You don't have to have. I mean, you don't. Sorry, you don't have to have that, right? You don't have to have that. You didn't even need to have an on-chain identity back then, right? For the open law projects and all that. And you don't need to learn programming languages to use this EthSign, right? So I think it's a pretty cool project that I think can be used, widely. And of course, they have partnerships, right, with and it's by Draper Associates, right? Tim Draper, it's huge. So it's something to look into, this project, right? And if you were to look at their team, if you look at the Tim Draper itself, we're saying that we are big believers in the power of potential of task-specific blockchain solutions, and are proud not only to invest in EthSign, but to use EthSign to authorize the deal. With the recent explosion of NFTs and asset-backed tokens, I expect to see more of the crypto community, including Draper Associates, to embrace EthSign's digital decentralized signatures. So guys, you have Tim Draper, right, founder of Draper Associates, right? They are known for going into projects early, right? So he's big into Bitcoin. He was the guy who invested in Skype and all that kind of things, right? So he knows what's going on. And you can read the others who are backing this project: CEO of Anchor, co-founder of Mask. So guys, I think all in all, it's a great project, and keep a lookout. I will post a video, or look out for the launch or the public sale or whatever they're having. I would upload it. I mean, I will inform you in my Telegram. Join my Telegram group. If not, I will put it in the comment section once I have more info. So guys, thank you so much, and I just want to say, stay strong. I know the market is down, but this too shall pass. Thank you so much, and namaste.